You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey GH fans, Belinda from Soap Dirt with a comings and goings update for you. We've got news about several exits, one scary return and one happy return to the scene, and the sad news that an actor from General Hospital's past has died suddenly. I'll catch you up on all this, but first please click subscribe if you haven't already. All right, now let's unpack all this casting news. So for starters, we're going to talk about 5 casting changes for General Hospital that all revolve around Esme Prince. We have Nikolas Cassadine out of Port Charles, but I suspect we've not seen the last of Adam Huss or of baby Ace Cassadine. In fact, Lana Clay, the mom of twins Joey and Jay Clay that play Ace, offered some insight. She talked about her boys working on the show and joked that they aced, because that's the baby's name, so many scenes, and promised there's many more to come. That sounds like they're still filming. Not that I doubted that Ace would be back, but this is kind of a nice layer of reassurance to have. As for Nikolas Cassadine's fate, Adam Huss seems to be gone again for now, but things may change soon. This week, Laura Spencer talks to Dante Falconeri about Nikolas snatching his son and running. I guess we'll find out if she mentions that Spencer Cassadine was aiding and abetting that baby theft. I mean, luckily for Spencer, he will not be around to get questioned by the PCPD because he and Trina are heading to Paris this week. And then spoilers for Thursday, January 25th say that Laura, Dante, and Chase find something disturbing. And that's the day of another cast change because Heather Weber is back. Heather gets a visit from Laura Spencer at Pentonville on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. And it's important to note that Laura's visit comes after Esme drops in on her awful biological mother on Monday to tell her, by the way, your grandson was kidnapped by his bio daddy, and she is distraught and she's reaching out to anybody and everybody that she thinks might help her. So speaking of Heather, she's the 5th cast change tied to Esme Prince. The first 4 are Nikolas and Ace and Trina and Spencer. Trina and Spencer will remain in Paris for Trina's semester abroad at the Sorbonne. That's to allow Nikolas Chavez time to complete his Netflix film, but he and Trina, Nikolas Chavez and Tabyana Ali, may have filmed some scenes ahead to fill some of that gap. Sometimes they do that to make things seem more seamless. That way they can throw in something now and then, especially with them supposed to be in Paris. I mean, they could shoot little scenes of just the two of them, little postcards. There's a lot of ways that they could keep them present even while they're both not filming. As for Heather Weber, recast Allie Mills won an Emmy for that role, if you didn't know it. She is a phenomenal recast. She is back for at least 2 upcoming episodes this week, and I suspect possibly more heading into February sweeps. So, with Laura and the boys in blue shocked by something they find, I'm just left wondering if Heather is going to break out of Pentonville prison and decide, I'm going to go get my grandson myself because I don't trust the cops. I mean, I doubt Heather would hesitate to kill Nikolas if she caught him with her grandson. That woman is the hook killer, and she is bat crap crazy. And remember, all of her hook killings were targeted at people who made Esme's life hard. Kidnapping Esme's kid, yeah, that's definitely enough to get Nikolas onto Heather's murderous to-do list. I suspect we also have some scenes ahead for Steve Mize as Adam Wright's horrible controlling father in non-Esme related casting news. Then that guy seems far from done after the fit he pitched last week. I feel like we'll probably get at least one more episode out of him. We'll see. As for when we're getting Sprina back on our small screens, well, Nikolas Chavez had a shooting schedule for the Menendez brothers Netflix movie that was supposed to run December 16th to February 16th. That would put Chavez back to work as Spencer Cassadine, mid to late February, back on the air mid to late March. That's assuming everything goes according to plan. Most productions these days run a tight ship. They're not Cecil B. DeMille cast of 1,000 things that are allowed to overrun, by days and days and gazillions of dollars. So we'll see. I've seen some chatter that there could be some stuff in the works that may complicate Spencer's return. But what is leaking out is not, set in stone yet. I don't think all of this has been written yet, but some of what I'm seeing hints that Spencer might get tied up in his dad Nikolas's antics and may be delayed coming back to town. We'll see. I mean, it would be kind of very surgically clean cut if Spencer and Trina go to Paris, do that semester, come right back with no hiccups, right? I mean, that would not be very soapy drama. So we'll see if some of this looks like it's going to play out. And if it does, then I'll share some of the leaking info. I don't have really that many details right now is the other reason I don't want to get into it. But as soon as I have more, I always share my goodies with you guys. So we've also got Michael E. Knight around this week for more scenes and lots more Ken Schreiner ahead as Scotty as he tries to woo and win Tracy Quartermaine in their bizarre little marriage plot. One thing that's kind of strange is we haven't seen Rena Sofer as Lois Cirillo since she had that blowout argument with her bestie Olivia Falconeri on New Year's Eve, but no one has also said she has left town. I expect we'll see a little of her, maybe some mentions, and she's off screen until we get closer to BLQ and Chase's wedding. I wonder if they're going to marry in February sweeps, given that Gregory's health is on a decline. If not in February sweeps, maybe May sweeps. They usually like to save big things like that for sweeps, but we'll see. I do expect Lois might stay missing in action until it's time to gear up for her daughter's wedding. All right, now let's real quick talk about some sad news about an actor associated with GH who passed away. The actor's name was David Gail, and he was just 58 when he passed away. The news of his passing came out on Saturday, January 20th. His sister shared a message that said, "There's barely been even a day in my life when you were not with me, by my side, always my wingman, always my best friend, ready to face anything and anyone with me. I will hold you so tight every day in my heart, you gorgeous, loving, amazing, fierce human being. Missing you every second of every day forever. There will never be another." He was just 58. No cause of death has been released. Not yet. So David Gail was never on the flagship ABC soap opera General Hospital, but he was on the primetime spinoff Port Charles. He appeared as Dr. Joe Scanlon in more than 215 episodes of the primetime Sudzer. He was the second of 3 actors to play that role. David Gail also appeared on Beverly Hills 90210 and various other TV shows. Ken Schreiner, who of course plays Scott Baldwin, shared his thoughts on Gail's passing, saying, "Rest in peace to my old pal. He was fun to be around. We went to the Bahamas diving. He was a good guy. Condolences to David's loved ones, friends, and family from those of us here at Soap Dirt." And all right, gang, that's it. That is all the General Hospital casting news that I have right now. Please click subscribe. Definitely drop your comments and come back soon. As always, it is Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.